you so much for watching this video, and today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be walking you through how to use my new alpha generator step by step so that you guys do not have any confusion. So before I've used this generator, I already have my font selected, which is my Jersey Pearl fill and outline layers. I already have it set up for the generator, and I'll go through all of that in a separate video. This is just how to actually use it once you have the files and everything ready to go. And the first thing that we're going to do is this is not going to save any information. So if you refresh this page, it will refresh everything back to a blank canvas so that no one has access to your patterns. I don't have access to anything. No one outside of what you upload in that one session. That's the only thing that you're going to see. So what we're going to do is go to your base layers here, and the file I'm looking for is the Jersey Pearl. And I've already got it situated and separate to where we're doing our fill and our outline. So base layers are fill layers. And it tells you that right here, fill/body layers. And that's going to populate my base layer of this set. Then I'm going to go back into outline layers. Click my outlines. So what I did was I'm in my PNG layers for my folder for Jersey Pearl. I've already went into the fill layer and loaded that in. Now I'm going to go into the outline, and I'm going to click my finger and drag it over to select everything and click open. So I have 44 characters loaded in for a base, and I have 44 characters loaded in for an outline. So that matches. Now this is a Pearl alpha set, so I don't want it to mask the actual pearls. So I'm going to go down here to the outline section, and I'm going to unclick solid and click to original. This will snap it back to where that layer does not have a clipping mask. And then where we're going to make our edits for this type of alpha is right here. You have multiple different options that I have already put in here for you guys. And the options that are loaded in here for you guys are solid, which is going to be your different colors that you can select. You can also use the eyedropper tool, just like if you were using Canva, and you can drop a color in that way. And then you can do a gradient. You can do some patterns that are already filled in here for you guys. I'll show you what that kind of looks like. And then there's also vertical stripes. So you can use anything on this set right here. And then you can also do an image. And that's what I will normally be using because most of these patterns I've done are hand drawn. So then I'm going to go to my downloads folder, and I'm going to go into the patterns. I just have a whole bunch of patterns in here ready to go. And these are just kind of a little bit of everything patterns. But what I want to show you guys is the difference between what a seamless looks like and what a digital paper looks like. So we're going to do this light blue because it looks really pretty with the pearls. And this is a seamless pattern. So right here on image scale, I'm going to pull that up to about 70%. And now that's snapped to where it's bigger. But if you have an image that is not a seamless pattern, so let's select one like this that is not seamless, but it is a digital paper, what I am going to do so that there are not any type of lines is I'm actually going to go for the fit, stretch to fill. And that will center everything up, stretch it to fill the canvas, and it not have a line showing since it's not seamless. But let's go ahead and go back to tile repeat and go ahead and put our seamless pattern back on. And that's this one right here. And it is saving your settings. Like I said, as long as you don't refresh your screen, it will save what you're doing. So the good thing about this is once you've got the settings done for the first one, it's going to be really easy to just swap your pattern here and then download your next set. So we don't want to mess with the outline because that's the pearl layer. And I don't want to do anything right here on the accent layer. Now you can add a drop shadow. I'm not going to do it for this one particularly, but you would just go opacity all the way up, blur all the way down. And then depending on what your alpha looks like, you would just slide the slider to see where you want your drop shadow there. But I'm going to unclick that because we don't want to enable it. I'm going to scroll all the way down here, and we're now ready to download. So this is going to do a 12-inch by 12-inch canvas at 300 dpi with a transparent background. So I am going to name this Summer Pearl. and we are going to download the zip folder. Now that it's rendering, what rendering means is that it is taking all the little layers that we've done because we've clipped digital papers and seamless patterns and all of this onto the fill layer. And then we also still have our pearl layer here that is separate, and it's merging all of that together into a flattened PNG to make our alpha set. So I am super excited to get to use these because this used to take me probably at least 5 to 10 minutes. In Photoshop, Canva takes about 15 minutes, and then Procreate takes a good long while, even if you're just copying and duplicating. So I'm excited that the last time I clocked this, it was 2 minutes and 20 seconds to completely do an entire alpha set, and it will be less time once you already have your setup completed, because then all you're doing is changing the patterns out, maybe changing the fill layers and doing it that way. So I hope that this helps. So I'm going to go ahead and click in and just show you guys. Once it downloaded the zip file, I extracted it, and I just want to show you what the letters look like. And I'm going to sort it by name. So here is a preview really quick of what this alpha set will look like. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it better. And do you see how these are not blurry? Like, it is really good quality. It's not compressing your files. It's not making them to where they're not going to be usable for designs. And then I also have, I'll show you another letter, and then I'll show you the mock-ups that it generates for you. So I'm super excited. And then go back over here to Summer Pearl. Let's go to the mock-up preview. I've got this doing it to where the mock-up is in 3 different pages. So you're going to have your uppercase here. You're going to have lowercase, and then you have all of your numbers and special characters. Now, I do have this set to do it at a different size. I'm going to fix the gaps here on the edges to where it's just a square canvas as well. But I also have it to where it drops the resolution a little bit because I don't want anyone stealing your guys' files. And if someone tries to steal this, it's going to be a big hot mess. So they get an idea of the file that they're getting without it being 100% clarity so that you're not getting your file stolen. And like I said, I am going to still do some tweaks on some things. If you guys have any glitches or anything that is not working correctly, or you just have an idea of something that we could add, you guys just drop it in the comments in the community and let me know. But thank you so much, and I'm just so excited for this. And I did want to mention, if you want to do this and you want to have multiple going at the same time, you can do that on the laptop. So I would actually just select and let me go in and do a separate page. Okay. And then you would set it up here the same way that you have this one set up, but maybe you're doing a new alpha set. So let's do a quick tutorial on that. Let me see. Do I have another one ready? I don't have another one downloaded right now, but what you could do is while this one is working and rendering, you could also have in a separate browser here another alpha set with a different base layer, a different outline layer, and get that set up as well. So while this one's rendering, you're already making changes to the papers here, downloading that, and then vice versa. While that one's rendering, you're swapping back to this page. So I am going to work on a lot of fixes in the future, but I just wanted this completely functional and not throwing bugs for anybody. So I hope that this helps. And guys, I'm just so excited, and I really hope that this increases your workflow, and you guys have a wonderful day.